so that I can understand. Any others, please? Anyone else, please? Vigneshyam, Balaji, I can say some other people. Please type some examples of software issues which you have been seen. Basic troubleshooting problems, please. Shivani, Sri Kumar, please. Anyone, please type. At the same time, what basic hardware problems you might have been facing in your you will be you are facing, or you think that this may occur, all those things. Okay, hang while over usage. Okay, very good. Okay, first I will discuss these questions, whatever you are putting in this chat box later. First of all, I will tell the basics. Okay, what are all the things necessary, how to do. Okay, so if you take any, I will present my screen so that you can see. So it should be, I want to make it as more practical oriented. That means you want to know, I will be showing some demos. Okay, so that you'll be understanding instead of making it as a slideshow regular class. I don't want that. So I will be asking questions. You just respond to me, just interact with me so that we'll be learning. Okay, I'll be at the end of session. I'll try to clarify all your doubts. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll be presenting a screen. So hope you can see my screen, right? You can see my screen, right? Yes. Yes, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please respond anyway, any one of you students. Okay, these are all the general we see. Okay, you don't want to memorize all those things. Okay, I'll make sure that you understand some of these things. Okay, general troubleshooting, power issues, display issues, keyboard and mouse issues, freezing and crashing printer issues, sound issues, network issues, error messages, login issues, and BSOD. I'll explain prevention and maintenance, and finally we go for other tips. So these are all the general issues we have in our troubleshooting. Troubleshooting means if there is any trouble, we want to shoot it out. That means we want to rectify that trouble so that we will work with our hardware or software in a proper way. So that is called troubleshooting. So these are all the types. Okay, but every hardware will include the software. Okay, so every hardware has to run only with the help of the software. So there are no hardwares which cannot run without any hardwares, without any softwares. Okay, that means they need drives. Okay, if you see this power issues, that means power means what we take is we have this power cables are connected. Power cables will be connected. There will be different bus lines. We call it as bus lines. That I will be showing the videos. Display issues regarding with your what you are seeing in the LCD now. What you are seeing in my presentation, right? So this is display. If there is any wrong in this, then there will be display issues. Keyboard and mouse, this requires the particular drives. Display also requires particular drives. Okay, next printer requires drives. Sound requires some drives. Okay, and networks. Both your whenever you connect the cable, there should be some NIC card so that the network cable will that network cable the NIC card will be having address. Okay, MAC address. MAC address is present. That MAC address will be responsible to communicate with your device. Okay, hope you might have learned in your networking. MAC address. Okay, media access control. So that that address, okay, should be present in your card so that your device can be communicated with any external interface. Next, login issues, prevention and maintenance, other tips. So apart from this, these are the broad classification. I won't tell this. So apart from this, there are more and more issues. There are more and more issues. Okay, now let us go line by line. Okay, so before that, okay, I will be telling some basic points how to know all those things. So first of all, whenever you get a laptop or you get a desktop or you're going to buy any phone, any smart device, okay, you make sure that the configuration is well and good. Okay, sir, I am going to get a system of 512 MB RAM, 512 MB RAM, or I'm going to get off system of 1 GB RAM, or I'm going to get off system of 2 GB RAM. Then that's not possible. So you cannot run more complicated applications. Okay, with 1 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM, you can you can just run Java, C++, all those things. Only this type of stuff can be worked. Okay, that means you can run only with a small scale applications, not in the wide scale applications. Okay, these small scale applications only, that means that you can run only programs. If you want to run the advanced applications like Android Studio, NetBeans, or MATLAB, or you want to do other options, okay, multimedia applications, you cannot run these things. So we cannot, so that constraints are there, that constraints are with these constraints, I want to run this applications, no, that's not possible. So you go with the best configuration, you go with the best configuration. So you know how to, I think so you can see my screen what I'm doing here. So there you just go with the configuration, you know how to see the, okay, configuration. Okay, it's not necessary that all should know this configuration. Okay, all of them should know this, how to look into this configuration, all those things. So at present you just go to your my computer, okay, this PC, okay, this PC, or you can go inside this PC also, there are no issues. So there at any place, okay, you just click the properties. That means it is going to give the properties of your system. Okay, it is going to give the properties of your system, both hardware and software. So it is clear, okay, it is clear that what my processor is, i3 mission. Okay, it is i3 mission. I will explain all these things also. It is i3 mission. What's my RAM is random access memory, you know. Okay, RAM is 4 GB and system type is 64-bit operating system. Okay, 64-bit operating system. 64, okay, I'll explain this importance also. 64, in most of the softwares, while downloading, at end it will be giving x64. That means it is 8086 based 64-bit based processor. Yeah, okay, some systems there will be you will be having 32-bit OS, and you will be having here x86 x86 instead of x64, you will be having x86. Okay, make sure that you will be having x86. Okay, x86 means that is a different, okay, different processor. Okay, x86 is a different architecture. Okay, it's a different architecture, 8086 architecture. So this is 64-bit OS. Okay, it's a 64-bit. Okay, I'll be explaining these bits. Okay, I would like to ask some of you some questions. Okay, Arun, can you explain? Have you known earlier this about this? What is 32-bit and 64-bit? Arun, please. Do you know what is this 32-bit? Is, make it quick. Yes or no? That's not a, sir. I don't know you. Okay, that's not a. Okay, there are no issues. You know what's meant by
No,
32-bit and 62-bit, 64-bit?
no, sir.
You don't. Oh, very good. Just going to explain. So, okay, at least have you learned about this 64-bit missions, 32-bit missions while learning the subject computer architecture or any operating system or embedded systems like these subjects? Have you listened this? Yes, any one of you? Any one of you? Any one of you? Please make it. Samruta, have you listened? Have you heard of these words? Sir, my 32-bit, they are telling 32-bit, they are telling 64-bit. 64-bit is somewhat good. So like this, are they telling some concepts like this? Is there, right? Even though they don't tell, you will be learning all those things. Okay, yeah, I can get some answers. Yes, any one of you? Balaji, please, Balaji, yes. Balaji, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, have you know the difference between? Do you know the difference between 32-bit mission or 64-bit mission or something like this?
I know little bit about
Yeah, please. You whatever you know, please tell so that I will be knowing whether you're improper. That means you know the correct answer or you are in what stage of your knowing the answer. Please. You know, even though it's wrong, I'll be happy if you tell. Just make it, Balaji. Make it. Please tell the answer. Yes, Balaji. Let's make it quick. Okay, I'll be telling here. Just listen to here. So we'll be discussing in the form. You'll be discussing RAMs, or you'll be discussing the memory in the form of two powers. In the form of two powers in computer systems. In computer systems or in phone, all the systems. So whenever you say 32-bit, whenever you say 32-bit, that means you can have 2 power 32 addresses at a time. You can have 2 power 32 addresses. Whenever you tell 64, that means you can take 2 power 64 addresses at a time. Okay, what's meant by taking these addresses? What's meant by taking these addresses? That means I can take the memory ranging from 0 to, okay, ranging from 0 to 2 power 32 minus 1. Okay, 2 power 32 minus 1. Whereas if I take, okay, if my mission is of 64-bit, okay, what you call is 64-bit. So if my mission is of 64-bit, that means I can take the memory, the memory range will be from 0 to 2 power 64 minus 1. 2 power 64 minus 1. Okay, hope you might. That means if I want to run a program, if I want to run a large program, so this 32-bit mission, okay, 32-bit mission may take large amount of, that means it takes more amount of time. So we can, because only these many addresses can be sent at a time. Only these many addresses can be read at one point of time, whereas we can read these many addresses in 64-bit mission. So this also gives the, okay, this also improves the performance of your system. That is about 2 power 32 and 2 power 64. That means feeding, okay, feeding the memory, or whatever you are giving the program, or if you are running a video file, audio file, okay, reading the amount of memory reading, okay, depends upon this 32-bit or 64-bit. So whenever this changes, you have to go for different types of OS running, different types of operating. So whatever you are downloading VLC, or you are downloading any other Java software, that depends. Okay, that varies. For example, I will show one Java software. You can see here in my downloads, okay, there is FDM underscore XCX64 setup JDK 15 version, okay, Windows x64, okay, x64. So this indicates 64-bit mission. This indicates 64-bit mission. Okay, this indicates a 64-bit mission. That means you are running 64-bit mission. You are running. That means I am taking, okay, I am taking a OS which is having of this, the size is 64-bit. So this is what the basics. So make sure that you better go for 64-bit versions. If it is 32-bit, you just download. There are no issues. You just download the 32-bit versions and you can do the work. So next, the other important thing is you see the speed here, 3.6 gigahertz. Okay, the 3.6 gigahertz. So the gigahertz is nothing but, the hertz is nothing but frequency. Okay, if you're doing any work, okay, this many number of times, okay, this many number of times per second, or if you're doing, if you're going to college 6 days per week, okay, so if you're doing any work, okay, there will be some frequency that is called as the speed here. So if you are going college 6 days per week, your speed is 6 days per week. Okay, if you that means, so the frequency, the speed of the system is 3.6. Okay, 3.6 gigahertz. That means I can run, I can perform, okay, these many operations per unit time. Okay, gigahertz means, what is the value of giga? Kilo means 10 to the power of 3. Okay, mega means 10 to the power of, what is, we have some values. Kilo means 10 to the power of 3. Okay, mega means 10 to the power of 9. Giga means 10 to the power of 6. So these many operations per second can be executed. So according to that, you can see your system speed now. Okay, after completing this, you can see your, so mine is okay, mine is good for me. Okay, 3.6 is good. Okay, you try to, you make sure that the speed is above 3 plus, now while getting this. So this may, okay, this configuration may reduce the hang, what you call, you'll be telling hanging, system hang. So apart from this RAM, okay, apart from this RAM. So if you want to run MATLAB, I want to run Studio, Android Studio to run your mobile applications. I want to run this, that. So if you want to do all those things, okay, if you want to do all those things, so you try to go for minimum 8 GB RAM. So what's meant by RAM? Okay, random access memory. So whenever you're loading the program, first it goes from your hard drive. From your hard drive, it goes into your RAM. From your hard drive. That means you will be having other hard drives, right? You'll be having different hard drives, C, D, E. So all these hard drives, okay, from this hard drives, work or the application goes into your RAM. So if the RAM size is more, automatically your definitely your speed will be high. So now mostly available RAM sizes are 2. Okay, one is available. Mostly available RAM sizes are 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So in the form of 2 powers. In the form of 2 powers. Why 2 powers means we know. Yeah, this is another very good. Why 2 powers means always the computers. Okay, always the computer memory is represented in the form of bits. Okay, either 0 or 1. Either 0 or 1. So we have 2 options. Okay, we have 2 options. That means we have 2 bits, 0 or 1. So if you get any memory in the form of in the power of 2 powers, that will be good. Okay, 12 GB is available, but it is rarely available. Okay, if you go to Amazon or Flipkart, or if you go to all this vendors like Dell, HP, all those things, so you can see mainly the RAM sizes will be in the powers of 2 power 1. That means 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM. So that will be more, okay, that will be well and good. Okay, performance will be well and good. So this is about your software. This is about your configuration. That means your configuration related to your hardware and software. So apart some of the so I'll be coming to the PPT. I'll make it quick so that again we'll be going into live demos. Okay, some of the issues which I have faced. Okay, what we face in the labs. Okay, what we face in the labs. Okay, now first let us see power issues. Okay, power issues means first ensure that okay, all the cables are properly connected. All the cables are properly connected. So how many power cables will be available if you take the desktop? If you take the desktop for laptop, it is clear that there will be only one adapter. Only one adapter. It should be properly connected. Okay, there will be 3-port pin and it should be properly connected. For a desktop, okay, for a desktop, you have to make sure that your CPU should be on and desktop should be on. So there will be 2 power cables. There will be 2 power cables, and one cable will be connected from your CPU to the desktop. That means whatever the information you are going to process, whatever the information you are going to process in the CPU should be displayed in the screen. Okay, if this has to be displayed, so then definitely there should be one connection between your. So you make sure that these connections are proper. Okay, should be tight and proper. So whenever we switch on the system immediately in the lab, what generally the students do is after switching on the systems, they will be seeing a light. Okay, they will be seeing on yellow or red light. Okay, in the right hand corner of your desktop, but there won't be any information. Okay, there won't be any processing inside your. There won't be any processing. The display won't be. Okay, the processing display is not there. Why? Because there is no proper connection between between the CPU and the monitor. So immediately we call lab assistants. Immediately we call lab assistants or something is wrong. Okay, no need to get worried about these things. Just make sure that there is proper connection with the CPU and between the CPU and the desktop. So this is what we have to do. So apart from the display issues, okay, we will be seeing a blue. I'll be completing entire display issues. We can see blue screen after working for some years. Okay, after working for some years. Okay, some 3 4 years, 4 years, or some even for some days also we may get some blue screen or yellow screen. Okay, entire blue screen or entire yellow screen, or there will be lines horizontally or vertically. So these lines are okay. These lines are because of the hardware issue or the display card. There is problem in the display card. Either it should be the defect has to be rectified, or you have to change the display card. So suppose if you see the laptop display cards, okay, ranges from 4,000 onwards. So it may vary from 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 like this. So the display card will be it will be not in proper condition. So these are the display issues. So if anything blue screen or this type of screen occurs, even if you work with software, software won't do. So definitely you have to go, okay, with the hardware. You have to change. You have to go to the particular company, and you have to go alter your parts so that you have some good display. So I have given. I'll be sharing the screen to ma'am also, so that you can understand. Okay, so apart from this, you want to change the settings. You want to change the settings. So all these display settings, all this how to change the display settings. This is also very important. So here, if you go to the desktop, okay, there you will be having display settings or personalize. So these two options will change your display settings. So that means improving your font size, okay, increasing your. I will show in live. Okay, so this is about your go to the desktop, right click the desktop, okay, right click the desktop, and there you can see the settings, okay, scale and layout, resolution, orientation. So see, since our width, okay, when compared to height, our width will be more. It's most probably for all the display devices. Even if we take LED TV, LCD TV, whatever it is, definitely your width is more than your height. So definitely you have to go for orientation will be landscape. So carefully understand, orientation will be landscape, not portrait. Okay, not portrait. If you just check the portrait, see here. So I cannot, I think so you can see my screen, it got altered. Okay, so that's why I don't want to go with this. I cannot work with this. If I do like this, I cannot work with this. So don't. So this is landscape. Resolution. Okay, mostly they will be going with recommended. By default, they will be giving. Otherwise, you can go for these three options: 14440 1366 1280 So, or else you can go for, if you are having 720 pixels. That means while downloading the YouTube videos, okay, this you might have seen. While downloading the YouTube videos, you will be having 720 pixel resolution. You will be having a 1024 you will be having 1024 pixel resolution. You will be having 1440 pixel resolution. Like this, different pixel resolutions you will be having. So based on this, that means maximum my system can run 1440 into 900 pixel resolution. 1440 into 900 pixel resolutions. These are nothing but a number of pixels present in the height and width. That's all. These are nothing but the number of pixels present in the height and width. That means if the number of pixels are more, that means you are going to get more information. That's what you'll be telling. Now we got ultra. Okay, many smart TVs they will be having ultra. So you make it as recommended. So there is an option display. Okay, all the hardware. So all the hardware options are present here: display, sound, notifications and actions. Okay, power and sleep mode, storage. Okay, how much you have used. Next, multitasking. Okay, multi. I will explain this. So display. This is what about display. You change these options. Okay, advanced display settings and graphic settings. So here only you have to change. Okay, here only you have to change, so that if you want your screen to be displayed in any projector, if you want to display in your projector, okay, so all those settings should be done here. Okay, any doubts from student side? Any doubts from this? Any doubts? Display. Any doubts? Any one of you, please? Any one of you? Shivani, do you have any doubts in this display?
No, sir.
Okay, another important this is projecting. Okay, if you want to project, okay, what is there in the device, what is there in this device, to any projector or to any screen or you want to project your phone or you want to project your phone. So there is an option called projecting to this PC. Okay, next we have here display options. Only this has to be changed if you want to do any works here. So this is about your display settings. Okay, display settings. So there is another option, personalize. Okay, there is another option, personalize, to have, that means to lock the screen after how many time, after how much amount of time. Okay, so what are the fonts? Okay, how to change the fonts, font size? See here, you can change all these things. Languages, okay, you can change the languages here. You can lock the screen. You can use the colors, themes here. By default, you'll be having here blue color in this start menu. You can change this. Okay, you can change this background. What type of background? You can have your own pictures. Okay, you can have your own pictures. You'll be putting your own, okay, gods, family photos, all those things. Okay, lock the screen, I told us. Themes, okay, what type of theme you want to apply. Next, fonts, font size, okay, what type of font and what type of language font you want to use, all those things. So what are all the startup options? Startup options. Okay, after clicking the start button in the desk, or after clicking the Windows screen in the left side bottom corner, what should be appeared? What should be appeared? So show more tiles, show app list, show recently added apps. That means you have recently installed. Okay, show suggestions occasionally in start. Okay, some suggestions will be showing now. Please click this like this. So if you want to keep it off, you make it as off. So this is about your taskbar. So these are all the main important things. These are the important things regarding your display. So these things we can go. That means we can go for any working on these things, any troubleshoot in these things. So if there are any hardware issues like that means changing the cards, or whether card is damaged or not, okay, we want to be professionally trained. Okay, we want to be professionally trained regarding those issues. Okay, these are about your display issues. Okay, some of the network issues normally what we see. Okay, these are very important network issues. So whenever you connect the system, whenever you connect a cable to the CPU, or whenever you connect a cable to your laptop, so generally we see a computer symbol here. Okay, in the right side bottom corner, you'll be seeing a computer symbol, or you'll be seeing some 3 or 4 lines. Okay, network lines. So if you're connecting through a Wi-Fi router, so how did this? Okay, what are all the issues here? So if you want to see any issues, or if you want to know all those details in detail, you just click that. Okay, just go to that icon. Just right click. Okay, there will be open internet, network and internet settings, and troubleshoot problems. So this whatever I am discussing now, this will be very useful regarding your online exam. Okay, you might have faced some of the problems. Okay, some of your friends might have been faced these problems, common problems. Okay, troubleshoot problems. So by default, if it can check, okay, without a support from any person, okay, from any administrator, it can do. Okay, you can right click it. Okay, you can right click it, troubleshoot problems. You can right click it and then click troubleshoot problems. If there are any problems, it troubleshoots and it gives the output. Otherwise, go to open network and internet settings. These are all your total network settings which you have to your system, I'll explain in the command prompt, as well as I'll explain here also. So you can see here, this is the default first menu, status, network status, change connection properties, show available networks, change adapter options, sharing options, network troubleshooter. So these things. So first I'll be coming here. You see here, show available networks. If you click the show available networks, what type of network I will have been connected now, it will be showing here. So my network name is network 7. So if I click that, okay, show available networks, but at present the network is network 7. If there are some Wi-Fi devices like Airtel modem or like Geo, so all these available networks if can be shown here. So will be listed here, will be listed in this menu. Next, change connection properties. So this is what very important. Okay, listen to this carefully. Okay, you might have known this network profile, public, private, set as metered connection, and these are the properties. So definitely this should be public. Okay, this should be public, and that means what is, you may think that sir it should be private. No sir, why it is public means, so whenever it is public, you will be using the network. Okay, you will be using the network, and it is clearly given that it is your PC is hidden from other devices on the network and can't be used for printer and file sharing. So your PC you are using, okay, for your own purpose. This PC is not being shared. This PC is not being shared with any other external devices. Okay, any other external devices. So metered connection for the first time. Okay, for the first time, if you are going to connect, internet through your phone, or if you are having any limited net, okay, if you are having limited usage, go for the metered connection. This, okay, I don't know how many of you have faced, but this problem I faced many times. Okay, I faced it many times. So if it is in off condition, the background apps, okay, the background apps uses all the memory. So whatever you're using, suppose you are using 2 GB of data per day or 1.5 GB of data, or if it is limited, okay, if it is limited, make it as metered connection. Always make it as metered connection. That's the best option. Otherwise, the background apps will be taking off your data. What are the background apps means? All the Windows OS applications, will be eaten. Okay, that means they will take all the memory. That means they will update all the files, like how your mobile gets updated for your WhatsApp, Facebook. Okay, how you give the option update the mobile apps when there is Wi-Fi, you'll be giving an option, right, in the same way. So this is very important. Set as metered connection. So these are your properties. IPv4, you know, domain name address, manufacturer, description, driver address, and my card. See here, MAC address, I told no, MAC address. Okay, this is the MAC address of my system. It is unique. Okay, through this network card only the data has to go outside. From this network card it goes to the IP. From the IP it goes to external through any any other router or to any other system. So this is what very important. Okay, so these are the properties of your network 7. I told you my name of the network is network 7. So these are all the properties. So now status we have seen. So available networks. Okay, change adapter options. Change adapter. What's meant by adapter here? So what is the cable, or what is the pin, or what is the modem you are using? So that is called as adapter. So here my adapter is network 7. Network 7. Right click it, and so you take the properties. Suppose here there are internet protocol, the TCP IP v4 version and TCP IP v6 version. At present we are using IP v4 version. You click that. Okay, you click that and give the properties. So you just see here, click that and you go to the properties. See, since I am using here mobile net, I am not going for any modem devices. I am not going for any broadband. So mobile networks will be taking the default network. And hence I named it as obtain an IP address automatically. I did not give this option. By default it will be taken. Suppose if you are going to that means if you want to use, okay, any cable from your college broadband, or if you are going to your friend's home to use the net, so if you are connecting through cable oriented, then there will be IP addresses. Then use the following IP address, give the proper IP address, subnet mask and default gateway. So these things, so these are all the basics. You correct these things while writing the online exam, online exams. So you have to carefully check these settings. If these settings are okay, then you are okay, your connection is okay, then you will be able to write the exam. So this is about your basic troubleshooting in your network. So Windows firewall. Okay, network properties is same. What and all we have seen now, the same network properties will be seen here. Okay, here there are no settings to change. You can just see here. You can just see here. That means how many types of networks have connected. So the next one is Windows firewall. So this is where there will be default mechanism in Microsoft. Okay, where it protects your system. It protects your system. Okay, that means there will be some firewall. Okay, the name itself indicates that firewall. Okay, that means the wall is having some security mechanism so that some third party, unknown apps or some unknown intruders won't be cannot come into your system and they cannot look into your system. So that is what your firewall should be active. They'll be telling you your firewall has been broken. So you might have seen in many English movies. So like this they'll be telling. So you make sure that your Windows firewall is also in on condition. Okay, in on condition. Okay, this is about your properties. So you make sure that these properties are in a good manner. So then you can connect your system or you can browse the things. So if there are any troubleshoots in this, okay, if there are any some mechanisms or some properties have been gone wrong, you can go network troubleshooter, so that if it can fix, if the software and the hardware present in the system can fix it, it can then it may do some operations, and if there are any options available, that will be rectified by the network troubleshooter. So now apart from this, now we'll be going to Chrome. So people will be many staff, staffs or faculties, they might be instructing you to please refresh your browser, okay, change your browser or use the browser which is more secure. But we won't listen. But after listening this, at least you'll try to listen, okay, what I am saying. So this is your this is the browser. Okay, you're seeing, okay, there is Google Meet here, there is WhatsApp here, okay, there is WhatsApp here, and we can see here Gmail is there present here. Okay, some history is there here. All those things are there. You just click. Okay, you click three dots. Okay, in the right hand top corner. Okay, there you see the history. So you see here what and all we have browsed. Okay, I have seen today or in the past few days. Okay, what data I have been browsing, what work I am doing. Okay, all those things can be, you can look here. So you just one click here once, clear browsing data. See here, there is almost 320 MB. Just browsing data. This is not any PDF data or this is not any video data. Okay, all those things. So you just go to all time. So that means clear all your data, and make sure that go to advanced. There will be browsing history, download history, cookies and other site data. Cookies means some websites need information from your system, from your browsing history. Okay, if you are going for any IEEE site, or if you are going for any Springer site, or if you are going for any educational sites mainly, they will be asking you to accept the cookies. Only if you accept the cookies, those sites, you can browse those sites. So that means they want to know the information of your history. That means they are going to know your information. Next, cached images and files. Okay, the memory present in your cache memory, this much. Okay, if there is any autofill form data means you will be filling many Google forms. After some time, okay, that data is by default. That means the Chrome takes your data as default. So whenever you type, suppose if I am taking, if I am typing SU, if I am typing SU in Google form, it automatically comes Sudhir. It automatically comes Sudhir. I am typing just SU because of filling the data automatically. That this Chrome knows the. That means all the browsers, okay, all the browsers take the help of your artificial intelligence. So he is going to fill Sudhir. He is going to fill Sudhir. Since I have come across SU, since I have come across SU, it is thinking that yes, this guy or a person from this IP address or from this system, he is going to type after SU Sudhir. So that information is called as autofill form data. So you try to clear all this data. You try to clear all this data. So why we have to clear all this data? Why we have to clear all this data? Is simple reason to know. Okay, to that means to make sure that your browsing data is safe. Your browsing data is safe with it. Okay. So example I will show. How your browsing data is not safe. How your browsing data is not safe. If you do for browsing, okay, for number of times, if you do browsing some content, like if you're browsing about cricket, or if you're browsing about if you're browsing about Saram Engineering College, or if you're browsing about some machine learning techniques, or if you're browsing about some cinema actor, okay, automatically this content, okay, or if in future, or so suppose I'm browsing today the content related to some cricket news or some new movie news, so that information will be, if there is any news about that particular content, so immediately that content will be giving you that priority will be given, okay, to you about that content. Okay, for example, I will show one live example for you. Suppose I am going to type here, since I had not clear my data for a few days. See, I have typed here news.google.com. Okay, news.google.com. So that means the news related to India, right? News.google.com. See here, see what world news you are having, what Chennai news we are having. Okay, what Chennai news, what business news, what farmer, technology, entertainment. Okay, so this news, okay, for me it is not particular, because I am not going more into particular news. Since I am watching all the news regularly, I am getting normal news. Okay, but okay, I am searching something in Google, I am searching something in YouTube, see here. So this is what frequently I will be searching this. Okay, you might have are you seeing my YouTube page? Anyone, please? I'll make it quick. Are you seeing my YouTube page?
Sudhir sir, yes sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. You can see here, so there is the first video, which is the name of the channel is Q News. The name of the channel is Q News. So this channel I'll be frequently watching. All this information is present in my YouTube. So if I open this YouTube, okay, with my sign in here, okay, there is in the top right hand corner, there is one mail. Okay, there is one mail based on 115. Okay, with this mail I will be getting this content. If you want, okay, whether what I am telling is right or not, if you want to check, just see here. So there are some menus here. Home, trending, subscriptions, library, history. Okay, history. You just see here history. You can see here. See here. I have watched Q News. There is Q News, V6 News, and see here V6 News. Some about Q News. See here Q News. See here Q News. So you can see this. So from this information only, they are going to recommend something for me. That is called as recommendation systems. Okay, what you, okay, without know, you don't know these things. Okay, you don't know these things, but Chrome will be following all these rules and regulations of artificial intelligence, and it gives the information. Suppose if I clear all this watch history, this history will be removed here. So there are options here. I will be clearing all the watch history. I will be clearing all the watch history, and I'll be going to home. I'll be going to home. See, automatically the page has got refreshed. Automatically the page has got refreshed. Otherwise, the other important thing is I'll be going. I'll see here. I'll be logging out. I'll be logging out. See, sign out.
Sudhir sir, kindly unmute, sir. It's muted.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Okay, sir.
See here, I have switched off my mail ID. I have switched off my mail ID. So after switching my mail ID, I will be getting some other content. If I have the mail ID of Vijay Lakshmi, or if I have the mail ID of Abhirami, or these things, these people, what they are frequently looking in their YouTube, I will be getting these things. So in order to protect yourself, please log out. Okay, please sign out your Gmail. Okay, please, but don't worry about those things. Okay, Gmail is secured. Okay, please sign out your details. Please refresh your alternatively for every some period of time. If you're browsing for long period of time, you please clear the history. Please clear the history for all the. This is applicable for all the browsers, not only for Chrome. It is applicable for Mozilla or Opera or Microsoft Edge. Okay, whatever the browser you are using, please refresh your these things, so that even while logging through your while having the transactions in internet banking, it will be asking you to refresh your page. Okay, so at this point of time, you try to clear your cookies, you try to clear the history, then try to log in. Definitely you'll be getting, okay, you'll be getting a proper speed in the browsers. Okay, always try to use the free browsers. Okay, free browsers, and also make sure that you have less number of plugins. So what is meant by plugins? What do you mean by plugins? Okay, these are the softwares, the small scale softwares which are present here. Okay, which are present in the right hand side. So there is you can see here, I have shown my plugins here. Ultrasurf is there, or you can click here manage extensions. You click the manage extensions, you will be having all the plugins. There is Ultrasurf, there is a Docs plugin, there is a search manager, there is Google Docs offering. Only these plugins are available. So you can have some more plugins like IDM. Okay, you can have some more plugins like IDM, Internet Download Manager. You can have plugins like FDM, Free Download Manager. You can have plugins like Ad Blocker. Okay, but having the plugins, okay, few plugins like Ad Blocker. Okay, having the few plugins like Ad Blocker is very good for you, because it removes the unwanted advertisements. Having the antivirus plugin, having the whatever the plugin antivirus I'm having here, ByteSense. You'll be having AVG. Some people will be having some other okay, McAfee something. Having these plugins is also good for your browser. So this also makes your browser go fastly and smoothly, run fastly and smoothly. So this is about your browsers. So if you do these things, definitely you can make your system work more faster when compared to your previous stages of running your system. Okay, make sure that you clear the data frequently. Don't have the data. If you want to know, or if you want to have any websites, important websites now, try to maintain one Excel sheet, online Excel sheet. You know what is online Excel sheet? Okay, the Gmail itself will be providing online Excel sheet. You can store all your websites. Okay, whenever you are doing the work, please have the online Excel sheet. Okay, those who are doing research work, so this will be very useful for you. So try to have date. Okay, try to give the link name and try to give the importance of the link. So all like this, you can make your system work fast. Make your system work faster. Okay, hope you understood this. I'll be making these slides more quickly. So the same way, if you are having any problems with mouse and keyboard, definitely, okay, that means there should be first of all proper mouse and proper keyboards. So have the proper mouse and proper keyboards. Okay, then we should talk about the performance. Okay, without having these things, we cannot talk about the performance. Okay, have the proper keyboard in which whenever you type the key, the stroke should be proper. That means the sound will be proper. Immediately the input will be transferred. So these are the basic things. Okay, we have different types of we have very good companies. Okay, like Microsoft, we have Logitech. So different good companies are there, both international and national. So have some good companies. So that's what people tell. Okay, people tell that if any system or if any hardware is not working proper, they will be asking us to restart the system. Why restart the system? Whenever you restart the system, if there are any temporary files, okay, which are disturbing your hardwares, okay, will be removed. So if they are removed, automatically your systems will be working properly. So another important thing in networks, if you see here, there is a network symbol. In this network symbol, sometimes there will be red color. Okay, even though if you have connected your cable properly. Okay, you have connected your cable properly, excellently. So this is also one of the issue I have faced frequently in my system, and also in our college systems. We will be facing this. There will be red color cross mark in your system symbol. So what is the reason for this? So you go to your computer, click the properties of this PC, okay, and there you see here device manager, remote settings, system protection, and advanced system settings. See the device manager. So this system, that means this network is related to your device also. Here there will be hardware drives. That means all the drives related to your disks, computer, audio, display, adapters, any other adapters, human interface devices, keyboards, mouse and pointing devices, network adapters. There will be wrong here. So this is what your cable, you have connected the Ethernet cable properly in the back side of your CPU. Okay, and the network is in on condition. That means network is in working. That means you can download the information. But your system, there are some faults. Yes, you can see many people will be observing this. Here, all of them are in normal conditions. There is no red color symbol here, or there is no warning symbol to any adapter here, to any drives here. This should be in proper condition. If any one of this network adapter is having warning or anything like this, there is one button, with your this system symbol giving the name as scan for hardware changes. You click this, automatically it gets a refresh. Okay, then the then the network drives will be enabled. The network drives will be enabled. Even after this, if there is any warning symbol, just refresh this. Okay, just refresh this, close all your programs and restart your system. Definitely there will be the network changes. Immediately you can detect the network. Immediately we can detect the network. That's what many lab assistants might have been saying. Yeah, I have done the work. Please refresh. Please restart your programs. Please restart your programs. Like that, you will be giving the information. Yes. Any other doubts in this? Any other doubts till now? Manoj, any other doubts? Have you understood at least a little bit? Manoj, please. Manoj, any other doubts? Please type in chat. Ma'am, Rajalakshmi ma'am. Rajalakshmi ma'am, please.
Sudhir sir.
Can I continue or?
Sir, next session will continue, sir. I will some other session also, sir.
Okay.
We'll wind up. We'll continue on the next session.
Any doubts from the students? Any doubts? Please type in chat if you have doubts.
Students, if you have any doubts, you can ask Sudhir sir.
You can note down my mail if you have small doubts. Okay, definitely you can mail this so that I'll rectify these things. Okay, can I leave, sir? Thank you. I thank Rajalakshmi sir, management of for giving this opportunity. And also, especially thank students for listening, who have spent their valuable time. Okay, to know all the basics of this PC troubleshooting. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable words and ideas. I hope this session was informative, and we shall resume the next session, which is tomorrow morning. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.